Overlord The Sacred Kingdom, chat. I watched this just recently before I started the show. And remember a while back I said that Konosuba was the best isekai anime? I still hold I'm still standing on business for that. I still agree with what I said in the past. However, this one is a good at least for this movie it was really good. I think the whole anime really is good, but I didn't know that they had a few movies out. So I just watched only the recent one. Um but it pretty much, I'm not going to spoil anything for you cuz it's like a 2-hour one and I don't really want to you could talk about it for like years really. Yeah, years. Yeah, time works differently for me, chat. So I watched it and it was great. What I got, well, I wouldn't say immediately, but you kind of get the idea is that there's just a lot of manipulation going on, right? You have the main character who's manipulating everything behind the scene, and then you have the side characters who are doing the bad thing because they think it'd be great just to do bad things. So I one of the reasons why I like about Lord Ainz is that he isn't a terrible. He's not a bad person. He's not. Uh, he's just doing his best with what he's got because he knows that like all the people who follow him or all the programs who gain sentience who follow him, they're like drop dead evil. They're just terrible individuals that him and his friends created in the real world, right? Uh, so you see him. That's pretty much what you see throughout this whole movie, and the animation is clean too, man. This is the kind of stuff that a lot of people were saying. Hey, I forgot what the name of that anime, the beginning of the after the end or something like that. That's what people wanted when they saw the anime. They're like, why can't this anime that did very well as a manga have this level of animation? And I said it before, I'm not going to repeat it again after I'm about to repeat it now, is that it's a budget thing, man. It's a budget thing. They don't really got overlord money, chat. They're just starting out as far as I know. But cuz it's very expensive. Come on now. Uh this is the main character throughout the movie. This one right here. And she's lovable. She's a lovable character. And she pretty much goes and sees how great Lord Ainz is. And Lord Ainz, he's not really the type to how am I supposed to say it, chat? He doesn't really like being worshipped, really. So, oh, you're an amazing individual. I thought you were terrible, but you're actually great. And he's like, oh, like I'm not, that great. I'm just, doing his best because his people want him to do evil for the sake of evil, right? And he's like, look, I'm not evil, but if I don't do evil, if I don't show my ruthlessness, so he's pretty much doing good, but he's being ruthless with it, pretty much. He's like, bro, that's pretty much what that is. He's doing evil for this. He's doing evil. No, he's doing good, but he's being ruthless with it. And the other characters that follow him don't really comprehend that. They just see, oh, he's doing evil. No, he's doing evil, and he's doing good so he can do more evil. If that makes any sense, he's doing good. So he's doing evil things in a good way, but he's doing it so it can do more evil on a much grandiose scale. If that makes any sense, like they would happily want Lord Ainz to just go to war with the entire world, and just slaughter everyone and everything, right? But he is trying to mitigate as much of the violence as possible. He's also what they're doing, or what Lord Ainz is doing. What he's doing is trying to, because not only does he want to help people and be kind to people, but he's also trying to appease his own people who are evil, and then he's also trying to get these types of people under control because she figures it out, chat. No one really like kind of believes her, but she right here figures it out like, nah, this is all being planned. And she's like, I knew I hated these individuals. Because she's got a chip on her shoulder for a very good reason, and it just drives her into into madness. All right, it drives her into madness, a little bit, uh, and it's for a good reason. Chat, when I saw this, there was a scene or two that was like the most brutal thing I've ever seen. Right? It was the most brutal thing I've ever seen. And I watched stuff like Peaky Blinders. That's kind of ooh, that's terrible. They got some crazy moments in that. But I and I've seen what's it called? I've seen Guts as well. Actually, I've seen moments of Guts. I haven't seen. Is it called Guts? Right? No, Guts is a character name. What is that? Berserk. Jeez, I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. It's called Berserk. I'm terrible with names. I've seen like bits and pieces of Berserk, and I know how crazy that can get. I'm pretty sure there's some like much more crazier moments, but I just like heard about it. And I saw the scene. It's I won't tell you what happened in the scene. All I can tell you is that it was bloody. It was a woman, and then there was no teeth. And then it got worse from there. And I'm like, oh. And then when you thought you were done with it, another scene pops up. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're still going. It gets, ooh, she'll be all right. Yeah, that's what I tell myself to sleep at night, chat. And it'll all work out. Yeah. But yeah, it's a gruesome one. It's a gruesome one. I would be very. It was so bad, chat, that at the beginning of the movie they said, "Hey, I think what it said. Even so, Lord Irons breaks the fourth wall, and he's like, "Hey, this is gonna be horrific." Yeah, they broke the fourth wall just to tell you this, chat, at the beginning of the movie. That hey, this movie is gonna be, kind of wild. So get your laxatives because I don't know. I thought it was funny. It was stupid. Stupid. I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna repeat it. Get your laxatives. Yeah, I'm gonna go full tilt, chat. When you say something dumb, you just double down on it. Yeah, get your laxatives because this is gonna be insane. You need to get all that nasty stuff out of you because you don't want to remember this. Still a good movie though. Really good movie. I kind of beat myself not watching the other movies though because there's like 2 other movies before this. For this. I am 100% caught up on the series though. I am like 100%. Yeah, there's that grin again. I feel bad for her though. I feel bad for her cuz she's the one who had to watch the missing teeth girl. She had to watch that. The one she cares about. And that's what kind of drives her mad. And then they double down and throw it in her face. Oh. Oh. It's not good, chat. It's not good. I'm warning you. If you're like squeamish, or you know the word I'm talking about, then I will 100% try to avoid this movie because ugh. There's the main character of the movie, and you can see her like tears of joy for Lord Ain's greatness, and it's a very interesting one too, chat. Lord Ain's he's manipulating the whole scene, and it's no what's the word? It's no. I don't think it's a spoiler because if you've seen the series, you know that the boy has to play multiple faces, right, to get the job done as clean as possible. It's not that clean, let me tell you, but as clean as possible. He does what he needs to do to get the job done, and that's what we see with this. They're setting up this girl for future either movies or just future anime episodes. I think they're setting it up. I don't got any more screenshots, chat. So, but it's a powerful one. Aside from all, because there's blood, of course. There's violence, war and all this stuff inside of this movie. But there's only 2 scenes where it's like the most gruesome, in my opinion. Yeah, only 2 scenes. You know who I want to see more of? I want to see that. Wait a minute. Some of you probably haven't seen this. I want to see more of those characters at the end of the series. I'm not going to spoil anything, right? But there's 2 characters at the end of the series that I'm like, whoa, I didn't see that coming, and I want to see more of those characters. That's very interesting. I also want to see because he's looking. They touch upon this very slightly inside of this movie is that he's looking for he's still looking for the like anybody else who got sucked into the game, right? I probably should rewatch the series just so I can see if I missed anything. I watched this in dub, by the way. I did. I did. I didn't want to like miss anything by trying to read everything. Yeah, and the voice acting is pretty neat. It's neat, like Marge from The Simpsons. It's neat. Yeah, yeah. You know the meme, chat. You know the meme. But yeah. If you like uh stuff like this, if you actually like stuff like this, you might actually like uh what's it called? One of these books that the owner of this channel has produced because it's gruesome. You have the main character like in this movie, right? In this anime, you have the main character surrounding by just evil individuals, right? And like for the same one, like for example on the screen right now, Princess Space Marine number 2218. That book is like it's a fantasy sci-fi. It's a fantasy sci-fi with a manga on every page, on every chapter, and you just have. I think that what the bookkeeper says it's like 10,000 daughters, right? 10,000 daughters who are just evil, and they're on a spaceship, and their commander, this prince who's like a loving individual, very loving, and they're all just wanting to do evil as much evil as possible with anyone they're like they're attacking, but they're under strict orders or very loose orders, and they do so they're doing good. They're doing evil by doing good to do evil, if that makes any sense. And I like I said, if you like Overlord, you might actually like that. And I bring it up because we're about to hit our monetization, so supporters will get access to extra chapters for that and other stuff. So that's why I bring it up, and because it kind of relates a little bit to this series. But I want to see more of this individual character. There are funny moments, by the way, chat. There are in this anime, in this movie, and I had to pause because I was laughing. I'm like, this is funny. That's funny. They had some funny moments in this centered around her and everything. So I 10 out of 10, chat. I don't rate. I'm gonna try not to rate these animes anymore because there's very few that I'm like, nah, ooh. There's very few that I would rate low. I like things for what they are, right? Right? I like things for what they are. So I seen this. This is great. I might watch some of the other movies. I might not. I told you before, I don't like going backwards because I know how it's going to end. But if it's kind of like what Black Butler anime, where we're watching the Emerald Witch arc, if it's kind of like that, where I don't notice that they're one before the other, right? If I don't notice that, then I can get behind it. But for the most part, I don't like going backwards. I don't. It's like if I played Halo 3, I won't play Halo 1. I won't. Luckily, I played Halo 1, 2, 3, and then, on and on. So luckily I did that. And I beat them on Legendary, by the way. I just want to let you know. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. You gotta, if somehow you gotta watch this, chat, get your subscription to wherever, and watch this because it's a pretty good movie, and the gruesomeness, missing teeth, chat, missing teeth, and it gets worse from there. Anyway, on with the rest of the show.